If no one wants to go, I'm going by myself. Like, that has become my mindset. You want to start solo traveling, but you don't know where to start. I said, girl, you're gonna get yourself kidnapped. No, you do not tell people that you are by yourself. If you want safety tips, hacks, and learn how to travel alone safely, then keep watching this video. Hi, my name's Osa, aka O Donuts, and if you're new to my channel, my content ranges from nursing, beauty, and vlogs of my everyday chaotic life. I work as a full-time registered nurse, and I have been traveling the world, and literally, you guys, if no one wants to go, I'm going by myself. Like, that has become my mindset. Let me teach you guys how I travel alone and how I do it safely and on a budget. Listen, y'all, if you see me looking down, the notes are in action, you guys. I am not playing. The first section we're gonna focus on is safety tips. As a woman who is traveling the world by herself, you need to be sharing your location with a family member or friend. Someone in your family needs to be aware of your itinerary and know which location you're at what time. Tip number 2, you guys, learn to be quick with your responses. When you're traveling alone, someone is gonna ask you, oh, did you come by yourself? Are you here with friends? You need to learn to be like, yeah, I'm here for a wedding. 1, 2, 3. You shouldn't be like, I have friends coming back. They're gonna know you're alone. You just gave up the sauce that you're there by yourself in a foreign country. No, learn to be quick with your responses, and you guys just say that you're visiting a family member or friend, or that you're here for a wedding. You should know the neighboring towns or cities of the location you're staying in, so it doesn't seem like you're a complete foreigner. So it looks like you visit that country all the time. My family members stay in this part of town, but I wanted to experience Punta Cana. Or just use my second favorite answer, I'm here for a wedding. My aunt is having a destination wedding. I'm here for a wedding. 1, 2, 3, bam, quick. You should never tell someone that you traveled to a foreign country by yourself. I just had a friend DM me like, hey Osa, you know, when you travel alone, do you tell people that you're by yourself and if we could be friends? I'm like, y'all, when I read that message, I said, girl, absolutely not. Like, hell no. You have to get the vibe though. If I get the vibe, if they're a woman, they're cool, maybe I'll tell them I'm alone, but for the most part, hell no, I'm not telling someone. When I read that message, I said, girl, you're gonna get yourself kidnapped. No, you do not tell people that you are by yourself. Never feel inclined or obligated to tell someone that you're by yourself. Who cares? It's a white lie. You could lie to a stranger. It's not gonna hurt their feelings. Next tip is, where do you stay? Airbnb versus resort versus a hotel. I love the fact that Airbnbs are cheaper and you get more bang for your buck. You get a kitchen, you get more space. However, booking an Airbnb in a foreign country in the middle of West Bubble where you're by yourself in a random location is dangerous. When it comes down to safety, I wouldn't recommend being in an Airbnb unless it's one of those Airbnbs that's in an apartment complex where there are other guests. When traveling alone, I like to book with a hotel or a resort because they offer more security. Next thing is, unless you're using GPS, you should never be looking down at your phone and not being aware of your surroundings. I understand that sometimes we tend to get shy, and so we'll fake look at our phone because we want to avoid making eye contact with other people. But while you're fake checking out your phone, someone is seriously checking out you, and it makes you look like you're an easy target, whether that's for pickpocketing or God forbid something else. You guys, be confident, keep your head up, and if you are using GPS, hold your phone out and in front of you. Next, pickpocketing is real. What I've learned when traveling to a foreign country, specifically Paris, someone will bump into you to feel where you have your belongings placed. When traveling to a foreign country that's known for pickpocketing, you need to travel with a bag that has a zipper or pockets that have zippers. You do not need to have your phone in your back pocket or your book bag behind you. Someone can be very sly, open your backpack, take your belongings, or just slip your phone from your back pocket and run. I recommend having a bag with zippers, placing the bag in front of you. Never leave your stuff unattended, and don't carry all your stuff in your hand. Take your time and get organized because someone will bump into you, make you drop something, and they'll pick it up and run. This next tip is self-explanatory, and I hope you guys don't do this in any environment. You should never leave your drinks unattended, and do not drink any substance being offered to you unless you saw that bottle being open, specifically when you're in a club setting. Next, I want to recommend researching the location of said country you're traveling to. When in Rome, do as the Romans. You want to be aware of the specific dress code in that country and what are the cultural norms. You do not want to draw attention to yourself by unknowingly disrespecting someone's way of living. Make sure to know the emergency number of the country you're traveling to. I know in the United States it's 911, but in Brazil, y'all, it was 190. So make sure you're aware of that. Next, I want to say never post your exact location until after you leave that specific spot. You never know who's watching your story and who's trying to calculate your exact moves so that they can do whatever they want to you. God forbid, but people can be weird. Do not post that you're in a restaurant until you leave the restaurant. The people who are already watching your Instagram story more than likely know that you're alone. So you posting that you're in this restaurant at 9:50 a.m. in the morning, they can track you down. They can find you like this. Make sure to buy yourself a reliable portable charger. I have one linked in my Amazon storefront. You guys, let me show y'all actually. Hold on. I think I've had this portable charger for like what? Going on 3 years. You need a portable charger just in case your phone is on the brink of dying. Next, before you get to your said location, you want to make sure that you are setting up transportation from the airport to your Airbnb or resort, and then from the resort back to the airport. This way you don't have to accept a ride from anyone who's claiming that they're a taxi driver just in case they're not. Next, I want to say make sure to invest in safety items. I have this little ringer that was gifted to me. If you pull this out, it is extremely loud. Maybe I'm running and I'm not screaming and running at the same time. Oh. Yeah, that gets really loud. My mom gifted it to me, but pretty much that's something to alert, help, I need help, something's going on. Or number 2, y'all, use your items as weapons. You guys, I have a big body tripod. My tripod is like a little, it's like an extendo baseball bat. What? Pap! Get comfortable with using your items. You got a pen, you got a pencil. The last safety tip I want to leave you guys with is trusting your intuition. Think about it like this. You would never lie to yourself. If you're getting those spidey, tingly senses that make you feel as though you're unsafe, I want you to leave and I want you to mean it. Whose feelings are you hurting by staying in a location where you don't feel comfortable? And another thing, y'all, you do not need to be polite about telling someone to leave you alone or to stop bothering you. I'm not saying make a scene, but be assertive and stand on it. Okay, and the next segment of this video is transportation tips. Before traveling to said location, you're gonna want to look up what's the most popular means of transportation. You'll be surprised to know that Uber isn't popular in every country. For example, in Paris, Bolt and G7 Taxi was extremely popular, but in Brazil, you could find an Uber anywhere. Next tip, if you're traveling alone and even within the US, find out how much it is to rent a car. A lot of times, renting a car would be a cheaper and more convenient option. However, be mindful and research the place where you're renting a car. A lot of places have corrupt police officials who will stop you for no reason and threaten to throw you in jail unless you give them some money. So I don't recommend renting a car in every location. And if you're ever in one of those scenarios, I want you to call the US Embassy, because corrupt or not, that official will be scared to lose their job and let you go along your merry way. Next thing is, if it's safe to do so, I want you guys to start utilizing public transportation. A lot of countries have great train systems and it's usually cheaper than the car share rides. And you guys, if your Airbnb is in a walkable location, I want you guys to go outside and walk. Walking allows you to find any hidden gems, cafes, or cute stores that's located near where you're staying. The next segment is quick, but how to save money when you're traveling to these foreign destinations. Number 1, you do not want to exchange your money at the airport. I don't know why, but usually the dollar amount is worth less when you're at said country and exchanging money in the airport. I recommend going to your bank a week or 2 before your trip and just taking out $500 in the currency, changing your money in the States with your bank and getting more bang for your buck. Carry said country's currency on you. This way you can avoid international card usage fees. Another tip to save some money in is to book excursions with the locals. You guys, when I say with the locals, I mean the locals who do that excursion as their full-time job. I'm not saying any random person you just met on the street. No. And to avoid receiving a fat bill from your phone carrier, I recommend using Wi-Fi calling such as FaceTime or WhatsApp. You guys are sleeping on WhatsApp. Everybody needs WhatsApp, but some cell phone carriers offer free data roaming depending on where you travel to. And the last segment is my favorite segment. How do you make friends and what do you do when you start to feel alone? Okay, number 1 on how to make friends. You guys, smile. Learn to smile at a stranger, or my favorite thing, Give a compliment to someone. If someone's lace is laid, if someone's outfit is tea, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, I love your outfit. Like, where did you get your shoes from? This is a good way to tell if they're a good person. If they're like, I got them from, I don't remember, you're a gatekeeper, yeah, you're done. I don't even want to be friends with you. But if they're like, oh my god, girl, thank you, you too, I got this outfit for, that's about to be my soulmate. Like, that's, we go together. Tell these hoes we got it. Like, that's about to be my homegirl. Give a compliment, or if you're on an excursion, start a conversation about the excursion. Like, oh my god, that ride was crazy. How did you feel? This way you're starting off with small talk, but small talk can lead to new conversations and potentially a friendship. However, if you guys do get into a deep conversation, make sure that you're the one who's listening more and not the one who's oversharing, because you guys, you don't know this person from a can of potatoes. You don't know if they're a good person or not. Use the spirit of discernment. I'm always so appreciative whenever I meet genuine, cool people on vacation, and usually after feeling the vibes, I will invite that person out to the next location with me. Like, I'll tell them, oh, I'm going to this club, you should meet me up there. Only do this if the vibe is right. I specifically love doing this with other tourists because we're experiencing this foreign country at the same time. Another tip to make friends, you guys, is to make friends online. There are plenty of Facebook groups designed for solo travelers to connect. During the moments where I start to feel alone on the trip, you guys, I will turn on a sermon, read the word of God, listen to a podcast, or I'll call my family members or friends. That way I don't feel too alone when on the trip. But overall, you guys, please enjoy your solo adventures. Please enjoy your trips. Life is too short for you to be living in fear, and life is too short for you to be waiting on other people. If you need to, do a trial run where you visit a different city or state by yourself before you fly out of the country. And if that's too much, you can practice by going out to eat alone. Start small, you guys, and gradually build up that confidence. That way you'll be ready to travel outside of the country by yourself. Solo traveling is such an exhilarating experience, and you deserve to experience the world without the burden of waiting on others. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, and comment. And question of the day for today is, if you plan on solo traveling, where do you plan on solo traveling to? What is this said location? As always, I'll go first. You guys know I already solo traveled, but the next location that I do want to experience alone is Tokyo. I don't know if I'm going anytime soon. I haven't booked it, but Tokyo is definitely one of the trips where I would love to travel there, and I wouldn't mind traveling alone. Bye, you guys. I love you. I will see you in the next vlog. Mwah. And if you're staying in an Airbnb, that's... Are we serious? Are we serious? Y'all, all I did was straighten my hair. I'm about to have a bitch fit.